Welcome to our cooking show. I'm Olivia. So, before we start, invite your friends to join our cooking show. Before we start, for those of you who are new, this is your first time watching our cooking show, can you type number 1 in the chat? And if you are existing customers, welcome back. You can type number 2 in the chat so that I can understand more, whether you're a first timer or you're a current user. Okay, so I see many number 1s and we have also many number 2s as well. Okay. So today the recipe I'll be sharing with you is the garlic chili oil spaghetti. Okay, so it's aglio olio, right? Okay, so before I start, I'm going to go to the kettle mode. First, I need to boil water to cook the pasta, okay? So I filtered water. I have some olive oil and some salt, some sea salt. Okay, so as you can see here, I've set at 100 degrees. So I'm just going to go to the kettle mode and it's going to boil water for me. So when it reaches 100 degrees, it will automatically stop, okay? So very convenient with the kettle mode, and later one of my team members is going to explain to you more on what kettle mode is. So my journey with Thermomix, I've been a user for more than 8 years now, loving it, and it's really an amazing tool. As you can see, I have 2 Thermomix at home, okay? So actually, including my wet kitchen, I have 3 Thermomix at home. So it's very useful to have a few Thermomix at home. Okay, so what is important to you when cooking, all right? So can you type in the chat whether it's money saving for you, it's easy, of course we want quick and easy recipes, and also to save time, and healthy, we're all very health conscious these days, and of course creative, to be able to cook creatively. Okay, so can you type in the chat what is important to you when cooking? Let's have a look. Okay, just type in the chat and let me know. Okay, so Thermomix is a world-class quality product from Germany, and we've been around for more than 130 over years in history, and there are more than 80 countries worldwide selling the Thermomix. And on top of that, we have won a lot of awards, and there are also a lot of master chefs in the kitchen using the Thermomix Michelin star chefs, and also we have hundreds of world patents. Okay, so let's have a look at our first Thermomix. All right, so the first Thermomix was invented in the 1960s. So it was actually a blender, and as time has evolved, we've added a lot of features and functions, because being born in a cold country, we needed to ensure that we have hot soups, and also that's why they actually added the heating element so that it can heat up. So as time has evolved, as you see, a lot of features and functions have been added to our Thermomix. And what you see here today is the latest model, which is the TM6, okay? And this super all-in-one kitchen machine has over 20 over functions all in one compact unit, all right? And did you know that every 23 seconds, one Thermomix is sold? Because why? Because this is such an amazing product, and I know many of you here today came to see the world-class kitchen. So as you see, we have a lot of cooking demonstrations being held around the world. For every 23 seconds, one Thermomix is sold. Okay, so I'm going to show you the accessories which is included in your package. So we have here the Varoma. So many of my customers say it looks like a UFO, okay? So this UFO comes in 2 tiers. So it has a top layer and a bottom layer. Okay, so you can actually steam 2 dishes at the same time. Very useful. And you can also use it to actually strain the pasta. So later on, after cooking the pasta, I'm going to use this as a colander as well. And sometimes for salads, you can also use this as well. Okay, so very useful. Okay, 2 tiers. You can steam 2 dishes at the same time. And it comes with a 2.2 liter mixing bowl, right? Mixing bowl here. It's stainless steel, okay, and it's very easy to assemble and dismantle as well. So it has a blade in here, which we call the mixing knife. So this mixing knife, one side, we have a blunt side, and also on the reverse mode is on the blunt side, okay? And this mixing knife does everything, okay? It chops, it blends, whether you're cooking, you're stir frying, everything is all with one mixing knife, okay? And you can see here, okay? And then, yeah, even dough knead, everything is just with one mixing knife, okay? And next, what we have here is the butterfly. So for those of you who like to bake, okay, if you like to make your meringue, your whip your cakes and all, you will use the butterfly. So very easy to insert the butterfly. It's just to place it right on top of the mixing knife, okay? And the speed to not exceed is speed 4. So you can use this to whip egg whites. And sometimes when you cook soft food like tofu, fish fillet, you actually place this inside so that it does not chop the tofu or your fish fillet into small pieces, okay? The next accessory is the simmering basket. So this is used for those of you who are health conscious and you want to consume low GI rice. So this is actually the best way to consume rice, okay? So basically you place in your washed grains in here, okay? Place it inside and then add water. And it takes only about 15 minutes to cook rice. Okay, so this simmering basket can cook up to 300 grams of rice, which is for about 5 to 6 people. Okay, and why cook rice with the simmering basket with Thermomix? Because it actually helps to eliminate the starch, right? Because starch, when you consume in your body, it becomes glucose, it's sugar. So this is a very good way for you to consume low GI rice. And you can save on buying those expensive rice cookers, the low GI rice cooker, which can cost up to 2,000 ringgit, okay? So as you can hear, the lovely sound here means it is done, okay? So the next step is I'm going to place the pasta. So now the water is really hot, it's at 100 degrees. So I'm going to place the pasta. So have you ever seen dancing pasta before? Okay, so I know many of you, it's probably your first time. So I'm just going to place all the pasta in here. Okay, and I'm going to show you how to do dancing pasta. So after the water has been boiled, just have a look at the instruction on the packaging. So I'm using organic pasta. You can use any kind of pasta you want. So here it says 6-minute cooking time, okay? So 6-minute cooking time, I'm going to adjust 6 minutes cooking time because it says so on the packaging, all right? So sometimes the pasta might be, 8 minutes and all. So 100 degrees. And then next is on speed 1. So what I'm doing now is manual way of cooking, right? So very simple to use, is only 3 circles. The first is the time, second is the temperature, and third is the speed. So this is a manual way of cooking. So this is how we cook pasta, how to cook spaghetti with the Thermomix, all right? So we call this the dancing pasta. All right, okay. So now continue. Okay. So next here, yeah, continue about the rice. Okay, so other than cooking rice, so after cooking rice, we have a spatula here. That's a hook, especially designed to actually remove the simmering basket because it is hot after cooking. So you just lift it up and that's how you do it. So other than cooking rice, the simmering basket, you can also steam vegetables and fruits. Like for example, if you have babies at home, you want to steam smaller portions of fruits and vegetables, you can also use this as a steamer, okay? So you can actually place it in the simmering basket to steam as well, okay? And then the next accessory, which I just mentioned to you, this is called the spatula. So mainly it's used for, stirring, sometimes like ice cream, for example. The recipe says to place in the spatula to stir, so you actually do it like that. Okay, but most of the time you do not require to stir at all when you're cooking. Okay, then the next accessory I have here is called the MC cup. MC means measuring cup. So it has a 50 ml and a 100 ml marker in here. So for example, you want to weigh like liquids, milk, water while you're baking, you can actually use this MC cup. And most of the recipes, you will actually close the lid to cook, all right? So unless recipes like kaya, which you do not require you to, cover, it will actually mention in the recipe to remove the MC cup, okay? So most of the time, the lid is always closed, okay? And last but not least, we have the splash, okay? So what is the splash guard? So we have low temperature cooking and high temperature cooking with the Thermomix, okay? So when you are cooking at high temperature, you will be required to place the splash guard, okay? So right on top, just like that, okay? So it prevents oil from splattering. So can you imagine when you cook at high heat, you do not even have any oil splatters at all on your kitchen countertop, okay? And as you can see, my countertop is white, okay? And I'm actually cooking on the island at my dry, right? Okay. Can someone please help me on the spotlight, please? Okay. Thank you. Right. Okay, so it has a automatic locking system. So this is a safety feature. So even if you have children at home, not to worry that, halfway cooking, they can just open the lid because the locking arms here will lock you start cooking, all right? And other than that, we have a 6.8-inch touchscreen, okay, very convenient. So even it's for elderly, for children, it's convenient, it is visible, as you can see. The screen is large, okay, and that we also have a high quality German motor, right? Very important, like appliances. Very important is the motor, right? Because if the motor is not durable, it will break down easily. Okay, so it includes a high quality German motor, and this motor is very special. It is frictionless, okay, and it does not generate heat, so therefore there's no fan required to cool down the motor, okay. So those sometimes when you purchase appliances or anything which you hear a very loud sound, okay, that is actually using the old technology because there's a fan, a built-in fan in there to cool down the motor, okay. So Thermomix is already, it's very advanced, so it does not have a cooling fan. Okay, and this motor runs from 40 RPM to 10,700 RPM. Okay, so it's fast and furious. Okay, so imagine blending ingredients and all, it can be in a jiffy, all right? Okay, and very simple to use. What I explained to you earlier, it's only 3 circles. Okay, so sometimes my customers ask me, oh, do you think my children can also be cooking? Yes, of course, your assistance and your guidance, even kids can be cooking together with you. And for elderly as well, actually, it is very easy for elderly to use because it's only numbers, right? So if they do not even know how to, you don't need to read, you just need to know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? And then they'll be able to operate the machine, right? Okay, so there are 3 for you to own this amazing super kitchen. First is full payment at 6,988, and we also offer financing option up to 24 months at 0% interest. And if you're interested to get your second Thermomix for free, for those of you who have already bought, let your advisor know and they'll be able to share with you our advisor program, okay? So that you can earn your second Thermomix for free. So you see, one is cooking the pasta, and after that, I'll be cooking the sauce in here. Right, you see, now my pasta is done. Okay, nice. Okay, so now I'm going to actually strain it using the Varoma. Remember the Varoma I mentioned earlier? This is the Varoma. I'm going to strain it. Okay, and later I will show you the end result. Okay, so it's done already. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Right. So one Thermomix does it all, okay? So it's your blender. Okay, I know many of you have a lot of kitchen appliances at home, okay? So perhaps you type in the chat and let me know what you have at home, okay? So when I come across each of the appliances, just type the appliance you have at home, okay, currently, all right? So blender, okay, I know many of you have blenders at home, okay? Chopper, grinder, okay, a kettle, okay, I'm sure every household has a kettle. Okay, so Sous-Vide, okay, what is Sous-Vide? So later we'll explain more about what is Sous-Vide. Okay, do you have a Sous-Vide machine at home? Okay, a steamer perhaps, okay, okay, it cooks for you. So everything I mentioned, it's all in one compact unit, all right? So you probably have a cake and dough mixer, which cream, okay, a mincer, okay, do you have a mincer at home? Okay, and normally do you buy store-bought minced meat? Okay, so some of you will probably go to the supermarket and pick up minced beef or minced chicken, okay? So if you do, type yes, okay? All right, so with the Thermomix, I have never bought any minced meat at all. Why? Because it only takes me 2 seconds to mince meat, all right? So it's fast and it's easy. And I feel that it's clean and safe, right? Because you do not know if they clean their mincer, their machines thoroughly, all right? So if I do it at home, I know that I clean it thoroughly, okay? And a slow cooker, do you have a slow cooker at home? Okay, emulsify, it mixes heat, okay? So it has a precise heating element, heating control, which you can adjust from 37 degrees to 120, okay? And fermentation mode, okay? So there's some of you who probably purchased the machine just to do fermentation, okay? And after cooking, what I really like most is that it cleans for me, okay? So how amazing is that, right? It cooks for you and then it also cleans for you, okay? So this is what I really like. And it stirs for you, so meaning that you do not need to stir at all while it's cooking. And it has a built-in weighing scale. For those of you who like to bake, it is easy because you don't need to even look, you don't even need to look for your weighing scale, because sometimes when you want to bake something, you don't even know where you place your weighing scale. Okay, so it's all in here. And then it has a kneading mode as well. So people, like some of you who like to make cakes, breads, your maybe your meatball, things like that. It can do dough kneading for you. High temperature, which I have mentioned earlier. Okay, so it has high temperature mode as well. Sugar stages. So for those of you who have children at home, you can actually make lollipops with your kids. And don't forget, to make your own caramel popcorn. You can have your own Garrett popcorn, homemade at home while you're watching your Netflix, okay? So it has sugar stages mode as well, okay? So it's your perfect kitchen for any lifestyle, okay? So whether you're single, okay, you can even cook as little as for one person. Okay, it's a great tool to have at home if you're a newlywed, okay, when you have not bought so many kitchen appliances, which what I've mentioned earlier. Okay, so it is very convenient to have everything all in one machine. And what I like best is that I don't need to have so many kitchen appliances on my countertop. Imagine I have 20 over kitchen appliances on my countertop, right? I need a lot of space to store the items, okay? So, all right, and next is, it's a great tool to have to bond with your kids, all right? Bonding time and all. So if you have kids at home, it's a good tool to have so that you can make a lot of things on your own, homemade with your children. And elderly, okay, as you grow older, probably you have some diet restrictions. So it's good to actually cook at home because you can control the ingredients of what you're eating. Yeah, like example, if you go to the restaurant, you can't tell the chef, oh, I want like no MSG, or I don't want certain ingredients. So it's difficult when you eat out, but when you're at home, you are able to use the freshest ingredients. You can use organic if you want. So it is really good to have this tool, all right? Okay, so next I'm going to share with you, it's about low temperature cooking. Okay, so after I've cooked my pasta, next I'm going to place in the garlic to chop. Okay, so here's the garlic, and I'm going to go to the recipe. Okay, and I'm going to press start. So later, my team member will explain to you. So what I'm using now is Cookie Do. So Cookie Do is a recipe library, and all the recipes here are guided step by step. So for example, if you do not know how to cook, all you need to do is prepare the ingredients, and then you can start the Cookie Do recipe, okay? So now it says to place in the garlic cloves. So I can view Cookie Do from my phone, right on the screen here, or I can use my desktop, okay, to view the Cookie Do recipes. And it says here to put 1 red chili. I'm not going to put red chili. I'm going to use chili flakes because I like the flavor of chili. So you can always improvise, and you can always, adjust the ingredients according to your own preference, okay? So I'm not going to put red chili. And then it says here to insert measuring cup, which I've done, okay? So it's every step, it will guide me through all the steps, all right? So here, the time, it has already preset for me, 5 seconds. And next it says to turn speed selector to speed 7, okay? So this is the speed selector, and this is the speed. And then I have to just look for the arrow here, okay? And then just turn all the way to number 7. Okay, so even your kids can also be involved in cooking together with you, okay? Just get your child at home to help you, all right? And next it says to scrape down the sides of the bowl with the spatula. So even scraping down, it will tell you, okay? So this is really fantastic. I think this is really a great invention. Okay, so scrape down, you can see everything is chopped, okay? And then next, I'm going to put some olive oil. So before I do that, not to forget about my chili flakes. So I'm going to add my chili flakes. And then I'm going to put in olive oil, okay? So I've already pre-weighed the olive oil. And tap next. Insert the measuring cup and the lid. Okay, and it has preset for 3 minutes at 120 degrees. And the only step I need to do is to turn the speed selector to speed 1. Just one step, okay? And what it's doing now is actually sauteing the ingredients for me, okay? And as you can see, I'm using olive oil. So I'm using extra virgin olive oil. So, okay, why not you tell me, type in the chat, what type of oil do you use when you cook? Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, can you type in the chat, what type of oil do you use when you cook? So maybe perhaps you're using vegetable oil, you're using like peanut oil, palm oil, maybe coconut oil, okay? So for those of you who are cooking with olive oil, okay, especially olive oil, okay, we all know that olive oil has a lot of health benefits. It can reduce, it can help to reduce cholesterol. It's good for the heart. Okay, it has a lot of nutrients, okay, and a lot of other health benefits. So do you know that if you're using healthy cooking oils like olive oil over the stove at high heat, it is actually toxic and is carcinogenic, okay? Why? Because olive oil has a low smoking point, okay? So therefore, for me, why I bought the Thermomix was because I know that Thermomix uses low temperature cooking, and it is safe for me to use healthy cooking oils like olive oil. Okay, so for me, every day when I cook with my Thermomix, I will actually use olive oil. Okay, because it, as you can see, it is slowly heating up. Okay, it's not like what you do it the traditional way, and then you char, and then the smoke like comes up. Okay, and you can see there's hardly any smoke around. Okay. Okay, I wouldn't say there's smoke at all, okay? And yeah, and even the countertop is not oily. And I do not need to, like, you know, even after cooking things like curries and all, there's no oil spatters, no curry sauce spatters, and I don't need to be cooking in a sweaty condition. Okay, I can still look good with makeup on. I can still be right next to my air conditioning, and yeah, you know, this is really what our lifestyle should be. You know, cooking without smelling of food. Okay. Okay, I can smell the beautiful aroma of the olive oil. Okay, and I can't wait to show you the end result. Okay, so if you're cooking your, okay, like your broccoli, your carrots, okay, I'm sure if you go to the supermarket or the market, you would get the freshest and the greenest vegetables. But did you know that if you are going to blanch your broccoli first, okay, and then after that you would place it on your wok and you stir fry. Actually, the process of cooking is very important because when you blanch the first round, the nutrients, the vitamins, the minerals are all in the water, and then you discard it, okay? And then you put it in the wok and then you start stir frying at high heat. So at the end of the day, when you consume, most of the nutrients are destroyed, okay? So what caught my attention is the low temperature cooking, which can preserve the nutrients of the food. Okay, so nice, it's done. Okay, and I do not need to do anything at all. Okay, so my garlic chili oil here is, and after that, I will just have to toss it together with the spaghetti, and don't go anywhere. Make sure you stay on to see my pasta, all right? Okay, and low temperature cooking, and it can also do high temperature cooking. So for those of you who like to do crispy ikan bilis, toasted peanuts, you can do things like kampiong, you know, the golden salted prawns, like what we have at, what you consume at the restaurants. Okay, so with the high temperature, you can actually do that. Okay, so we have a lot of recipes on high temperature. Okay, you can explore when you get your Thermomix. And for some of you who have already got your Thermomix, I hope you have already tried our high temp recipes. Okay, so you can even do like a browning of your shallots, your garlic. Okay, all the things that, you know, require you stirring over the stove. If not, it will burn. Okay, you can do that with the high temperature mode. Okay, and also you can caramelize. Okay, like what I mentioned earlier, if you are watching Netflix all the time to get your Garrett popcorn ready, so you can caramelize your even lollipops. You can even caramelize onions. Okay, so a lot of things you can do. So with the high temperature, we have at 160 and 170 degrees as well. Okay, so yeah, stay tuned for my dish. Okay, now I'm going to pass to Yus, who will be sharing the next recipe with you. See you shortly.
Hi, hello, assalamualaikum. I'm Yus. I'm from Pajang. Okay, just a little bit of myself. I'm a homemaker for the past, I think, since 2017. And then I just started using this Thermomix since 3 months ago. And then actually it was a really something like out of norm for me because my husband has been trying to pursue me to get this thing because, but I was like really skeptical. Maybe some of you did really skeptical on it, and I feel that I don't really need another appliances in my kitchen, and I can do anything that the Thermomix can do. So, but after a while, after I've seen a few video of my friends, and I decided to jump into the bandwagon. Okay, so today I'm going to cook my favorite go-to soft cookies. I used to sell cookies a few years ago, but yeah, it's really because I'm a one-man show, I think it's really takes a lot of time and energy to finish my, to do all the orders. So, but once I already find out about these cookies in the cookie dough, and I think that it's really easy. And let me show you how. Because you basically just dump everything inside here and it's stirred and you just bake it. So I will also use this just additional tools. This ice cream scoop. It the small size in 3 cm. It's easier for me to scoop the dough and to get the accurate size of the cookies. Okay, let's start it. Okay, of course, we try to set it in the cookie dough and then start cooking. The thing about cookie dough, the thing about Thermomix, they always remind you to preheat the oven if you need so. So like this one, they already remind you to preheat the oven. I already preheat my oven, and then grease, and they ask you to grease your trays. Did that as well. I did not grease, I just used the baking sheet. And then here, we start with 120 unsalted butter. Okay, another thing that I love using Thermomix, another game changer for me, is they have the scale inside here. I mean the built-in scale, which is really hassle for a baker usually, like me, and you use like, you have it like you don't have to use a lot of dishes and all. But since I'm in this video, I just prepare everything in advance. So 120, I already measure this. You don't have to measure it. Okay. I think it's okay. 120 diced butter. The next one is the granulated sugar, but I changed it to, because they use both granulated sugar and also light brown sugar, but I changed to light brown sugar, so it's 180. Okay. And then next one, we have this vanilla extract. I love to smell vanilla. Every time I put in vanilla, I'll smell it because it's really aromatic and I love the smell. Then next one is medium egg, 1 medium egg. And next is the plain flour. Basically, you just throw everything inside there. Then next, you put in the bicarbonate soda, 1 teaspoon. And then next, pinch of salt. I always use Himalayan because it's the taste of salt. It's not that sharp. Okay, and it's also healthier. All right, so all you need to do is just turn the selector. That's all you need to do. So it takes 30 minutes. Okay, and tap next. Okay, add in the 120 white chocolate chips. Let 150, sorry. All right. You can add more if you want to. I usually add more. Then next. And next it. Okay. The last time I did in my old mixer, I cannot stir the batter when the chocolate is inside, when the chocolate chips is inside. So because it will some sort of like smash everything to be one in one dough. But as for Thermomix, you can do that because they have this reverse blade, which the blunt blade of the blade, and it will turn the other way around, and you will not cut off your chips. Bake it. Okay. So already prepare the baking sheet. While doing that, let me talk with you about cookie dough. Okay. Um, first, one of the first main reason for me to one of the main reason for me to get the Thermomix is the cookie dough, because they have a lot of recipes all over the world. So something that I really love, because I used to subscribe a lot of international um, cooking recipe book, online recipe book like All Spice. There's a lot of something like that. I can't remember on top of my head, but I have a few I subscribe, and then when I know about this cookie dough, I think that it's really really dreams come true for me, because I don't have to like try to convince myself that I cannot just like, okay, just take out with the comments whether it's what the recipe is cooking or not. Then because we have the, other than cookie dough, of course we have all the team member of our team group that really helps me a lot in deciding which recipe that works better with our taste bud. So when it was first, TM6 was first launched, they only have 40K of recipes, but now it's like 73K plus recipes from all over the world, including our local also, like mi mama, mi hailam. My husband loves to make mi hailam, nasi ayam, because it's so easy. They got nasi lemak and teh tarik, and the list goes on. And all recipes are tried and tested by a team of experts in France, and it can access from your phone, your MacBook, laptop, tablet, and even search straight from the TM6, and all recipes are synced. So basically, if you have currently I have the folder of every recipes that I want to try or I've tried, and you can just search inside your Thermomix, or from your, maybe you can just try to meal plan while you are at work. Yeah, you can do that while you're on the move. Also, you can meal plan your day. And also the recipe also came with video tutorials, and will guide you step by step and automatically set the time, temperature, and speed. So like I did just now, I just basically just turn just turn it around, and everything is done. And so it's really something like everyone can cook, and you can't go wrong with it as long as you follow the instruction and the recipes. You'll be okay with it. The recipe will turn out to be great. So while doing this, I'm baking my cookies here. for, I think, around 10 minutes, 10 to 12 minutes, depends on your oven. Maybe I'll pass my session to my colleague. Elina.
Ezrin can spotlight the next presenter.
Yeah, her video is not on.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm waiting.
if not, can pass to me first lah, no problem.
Okay, hi everyone. I'm Elina. My IG is Elina Fendi, and I'm one of the team managers in Alpha branch. And today I'm doing demo not from my home, but I'm in St. Regis in KL. So excited that we can finally go out and do a staycation and vacation, but vacation only in Langkawi for now. I'm here for about 4 days, but I'm not leaving my responsibility behind. So I brought my Thermomix, okay? Also because St. Regis is expensive, so I'm a cheapskate. I want to cook and make my own drinks using Thermomix, okay? So today I am going to make sunrise margarita, non-alcoholic. And to be honest, all the ingredients that I'm using today are all from the hotel. I didn't bring any of this. And so it's zero cost for me, except that I have to bring my Thermomix, okay? And I was browsing through the hotel menu, and margarita, the alcoholic one, costs 50 ringgit. So if you minus off alcohol, it's probably about 35 or 40 ringgit. I'm not going to pay 35 or 40 ringgit for a glass of margarita, okay? So I'm going to make myself, got the butler to come in with a bucket of ice and some fruits that I shamelessly asked the hotel for, okay? So let's start first. Just now, Olivia and use cookie dough to make their dishes, but I am going to try and show you how to make something manually. Okay, this is very fast, all right? So right now I have pre-weighed all the ingredients. So the fruits that I need, pineapples, about 250 grams to 300 grams of pineapple, and I have 2 oranges, 2 limes, and 2 lemons. Okay, and I have ice, water, and I'm using stevia, not sugar. Okay, because I'm on a diet. Okay, we have to control ourselves even though we're on vacation. All right, so right now we're just going to put all the ingredients in. So there's inbuilt weighing scale, as you may know. So I've already pre-weighed everything, like I mentioned. So I'm putting the pineapples in from the hotel. Don't tell the general manager. And then 2 oranges. And then 2 lemons and limes. Okay. And then I am going to blend everything for 15 seconds at speed 6. Okay. So we have 3 dials here: time, temperature, and speed. So time, I'm just going to adjust it to 15 seconds only. And then no need to touch the temperature, speed 6. Okay, last step. Now I'm going to use the weighing scale. Okay, but before that, let me show you what happened in just 15 seconds. All those chunky fruits. Okay, this is what happened.
see, all chopped up.
Okay. Now, smells really good, man. Okay, so I'll choose the scale function over here. It's automatically tare. Now I'm going to put in 150 grams of water. Again, complimentary of St. Regis. Okay, 150 grams only. All right, and then I'm going to put in, it says I need 2 to 3 tablespoons of caster sugar, but I'm using stevia. So 1 drop is equals to about 1 teaspoon of sugar. So I'm going to put about 6 to 8 drops. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Because it's already sweet anyway from the pineapple, so you don't really need to put that much. And then I'm going to put in the last ingredient, which is the ice. So I need about 250 grams of ice cubes. Again, tare it. Let's put everything in. 250 grams. Okay, this can take a while, okay, as you can see. So I'm just going to use my hand, this is clean. I've actually sat down my kids for breakfast with my husband so that they won't bother me today. Okay, so now last step, we're just going to turn it to 1 minute at speed 7. All right, so we'll go to the main dial. 1 minute at speed 7. Okay, it's going to be a bit loud, but just for a minute. Okay, we're done. Show you what happened. Wow. There you go. Okay, let me just pour it out so you can see. Because it's non-alcoholic, I can have as much as I want. There you go, done. Your 40 ringgit mocktail, it's done. Okay, it's really good. Let me taste it. Really, really good. Really good. Okay, so before I go further with more information about Thermomix, let's pass to the next presenter first, then we'll come back to me.
Hi everyone, I'm Sheryl. Wow, Elina, you're enjoying yourself, right? Cheers. All right, so I'm going to show you how to make. I'm Sheryl, and thank you for joining our Saturday morning cooking show. I hope you will enjoy. At the end, you can see what we make for you. All right, so today I'm going to show you one of my favorite functions, which is the thickening function. I'm going to show you how to make lemon passion fruit curd, which is so easy. All right, so I'm going to go to the automated recipe. Stop. start cooking. So I'm gonna put in the white sugar, which I reduce. Like Elena, we are also on the diet, so I cut some of the grammage out, and then slightly different here. I put in some lemon skin, lemon rind. So I'm going to chop this. I'm gonna go out for a few seconds. 10 seconds, and back to the automated recipe, which is the lemon curd. Then next, I'm going to put in half a lemon juice. Because I'm making passion fruit, so this is passion fruit pulp. With the seed, I like some seed inside. So if you don't like the seed texture, you can always strain it and then proceed. So next, we're going to put in 100 and some butter. I use salted because I like it slightly a bit of salty taste to camouflage the sweetness, and then 3 eggs. That is that simple. So if you are expecting some friends for some tea time, you can make this ahead the night before, and then make some lemon curd tart. So I'm just going to turn this. All right. So while it's cooking, I'm going to share with you the perfect temperature cooking every time. So as Olivia has shared, that Thermomix has precise temperature cooking, like the olive oil at a specific temperature cooking. Or is it too dark? Okay. So here we have from as low as 37 to 170 cooking temperature cooking. So 37 usually we use to heat up baby food, because you don't want your baby food to be too cold or too hot. So 37 is the best temperature to warm up your baby food. And 50 for melting your chocolate. I'm sure a lot of you have tried melting chocolate over the stove, double boiling, or some I know. The first time I melt chocolate, I didn't know that I need to do double boiling, and I burned the whole chocolate and throw it. So with this, just put in your chocolate, set at 50. That's it. It will melt for you perfectly. No burn bottom of pot. And 60 is the best temperature to dissolve the gelatin that you need to make custard or any pies that you want. Right? So moving on to 70. 70 degrees Celsius is best for sauces, which are sensitive to heat. So yeah, cook heat sensitive food for usually for sauces. And then 18. I'm a green tea drinker, so I'm very precise with the temperature for green tea, because too high of a temperature, you will burn the green tea, hence that it will release bitterness in your tea. So, and also coffee, if you're brewing your own coffee, right? So the best temperature to brew your own coffee is 80 degrees. 90 degrees for kaya. How many of you have made kaya here before? You go over the stove and make sure that you will have to adjust the temperature, the stove, the fire precisely, so that you won't burn the bottom of your pot, right? But with this, you just put in all the ingredients, set at 90 precisely, temperature 90 degrees, and let it do its job for you. Cook while you enjoy, relax, watch Netflix or anything, bathe, shower, have a jog, then you come back, you have a perfect kaya. Now, moving forward to 120, a lot of us, when we stir fry, we like high temperature, but also high temperature cooking works. So it will kill the nutrient. So 120 is the best temperature to saute the garlic, onion, ginger, and of course, if TM6 comes with even high temperature 160 and 170, which you can use for browning your meat. 170 to caramelize sugar, onion, or even now the phrase is the dalgona coffee, which after the Squid Game, a lot of people is trying to make the dalgona candy, so you can try using it. Right? You see, even Thermomix want to tell us how good it is, sharing how it spins and thickening the sauce now, the curd. So perfect texture every time, because Thermomix has the blade built in with precise temperature. So every dish that you cook will be precise and also perfect. You know, sometimes my mom will say, oh, you don't have to cook because the way you cook and mine is different. You don't know how the temperature, how high the temperature to cook this dish. But now, even I can tell my helper to do like to bake, and it will taste the same like the one that I make. So yes. And besides that, perfect cooking, perfect texture, we also have this cooking delicious meal in 4 layers. You don't have to cook only using the one time, like using the mixing bowl, but you can cook 1, 2, 3, 4 layers of cooking using the aroma tray, yeah. You steam your meat, your chicken, then the second tray, you can steam your veg, your eggs, and then at the same time, you can cook the rice or potato or pasta in the simmering basket, and also boil your soup and a dessert in the same time. So this is perfect. And all this you can do at only cook at 30 minutes. So it's simple. And if you're a mother or busy, you have a busy schedule at work, this is the best cooking, 4-layer cooking. So by the time 30 minutes, you can have your meal with your family, all done, right? If you have friends coming for, let's say, like I mentioned, tea party, you can make the lemon passion fruit curd a day before. Let it cool down completely and store it in the fridge to let it chill and cool. And tomorrow, you will just need to bake your pie crust, which we have all the recipes in a cookie dough, which you can choose. Make a pie crust and then just put the lemon curd on top, decorate it with some lemon, cut sliced lemon, and also edible flour, or even gold paper flakes to make the pie look wow. So when your friend arrive for tea time, they'll be very impressed, as though you just bought it from some bakery store. Yeah. If you want to make this lemon curd, I mean, like I mentioned, make it 1 day before, keep it chill, and then you always can, if you have a pop-up guest coming and you have like 1 hour, no problem. Just go to the bakery and get the pre-made pie crust, like the mini one, and then just cook the curd in the pie crust and just serve it with some decorative lemon and stuff like that. Then you can enjoy with your friend at tea time. So now what Thermomix, I mean the machine is doing now is thickening the curd. Yeah. It's so easy and it only takes 10 minutes. Why not, right? You can even make this curd ahead of time, store it and give it to your friends, neighbor as gift. when you make freshly baked breads. You can also eat with bread, sourdough, or anything. It's actually as good as it is on its own, so precisely. So while it's cooking, another 1 minute to go. See, it's really fast, just 10 minutes. And the best thing is you don't have to stand and stir because making curd, right, the traditional way, over the stove, you have to keep stirring it so that the bottom of the pot won't burn. Now, what Thermomix is doing now is actually stirring and thickening and cooking in the same time for us, rather than over the stove. Like Olivia and all our colleagues shared just now, you don't have messy table or kitchen top to wipe after this. The only thing that I need to wash after cooking, making this curd, is to wash the baking bowl, right? Okay, it's done. Isn't it simple? Okay, I'm going to pass back the floor to the next chef and be back in a while. Yes, it's very fast, 10 minutes.
Hello. Okay. So while we wait for the chefs to plate their dishes, okay, let me tell you a bit more about Thermomix. So we could see from today that there are various benefits of owning a Thermomix, you know. It's very quick and easy. You see how fast I made the margarita, and everyone can cook because we have cookie dough and it literally tells you what to do step by step. You don't have to worry, you don't have to search for recipes, you just follow the steps. Healthy, we can make healthy margarita, we use stevia, or you want to omit the sugar straight away as well, you could do that. Goodbye to cooking fumes. Like Olivia said, we can all dress up and doll up and we don't have to worry about fumes going to our face, and it's also unhealthy as well over time. Auto cooking and auto washing. So we have over 20 functions and it's everything is automated, including washing as well. So that's why I'm not worried. After this, I will just put water halfway through my mixing bowl and a squirt of dishwasher liquid, and I will just select the auto washing function and it will wash everything for me. Okay, that's really awesome, right? And on top of that, I have a baby with me and he eats baby food. Everything is made using Thermomix and it's frozen, and when I need to defrost it, I use Thermomix as well, the steaming function. And I use the steaming function as well to sterilize all the bottles as well. So that's why I have my Thermomix with me, although I'm on staycation. Okay, so there are various benefits of having a Thermomix. So how to own your Thermomix? If we have various plans that cater to anyone. So if you pay full price, you could choose. If you pay online transfer, we have a promotion now where you could get a carrier bag. So that comes for free if you do online transfer. But if you do use credit card to pay full price, you could get an easy meal cookbook, a famous cookbook for Thermomix user. So on top of that, we have various 0% interest installment plans for both credit and debit card. If you have credit card with Maybank, Public Bank, Hong Leong, and CIMB, you could opt for 24 months installment, which costs 291 ringgit a month only. How much do you spend on Grab alone? Of course, it's more than 291 ringgit, all right? 0% installment, no extra cost. So that's very affordable for everyone. If you have debit card, you do not have credit card, we also have option where you could pay a deposit of 2,988 ringgit. And the 4,000 ringgit can be converted into 0% installment plan up to 18 months, which costs 222 ringgit. a month. Okay, and this also applies for other credit cards apart from those 4 banks. And this time we have a very special promotion which is applicable to all payment types, which is this thermo server. Okay, this is a special host gift that we give out to those who purchase during this promotion period, and it costs 360 ringgit. It's an awesome server container. The capacity is 2.2 liter, which is exactly the capacity of the mixing bowl. So if you want to go out for potlucks to your in-laws' house, you can just put everything in here, and it's very stylish. It comes with a cover, and you could bring it like that. Okay, you don't have to put on cling wraps and so forth, or aluminium foil. Okay, we're modern housewives, so we need to look like it. Okay, so it's really cool because it will keep your food warm, and it will, if it's cool, it will keep your food cool as well. And it's very sleek. If I could show you, see, it's very sleek. I have so many of this. I love it so much. Okay, so do take advantage of this. It's 360 ringgit. All you need to do is to host, where you could invite 3 to 5 of your friends or family members from different households to join our Zoom session, and you could redeem this for free. It's very, very simple. Okay, so do take advantage of this. And on top of that, up until tomorrow midnight, we also have a referral gift promotion. If you already have a Thermomix and you would like to refer someone to your advisor, you could stand a chance to get your second mixing bowl together with a simmering basket. I have it somewhere right here, together with a simmering basket for 55% discount. So the original price for one mixing bowl and simmering basket is more than 1,500 ringgit, but you could get it at 698 ringgit only. And everyone knows how convenient it is to have a second bowl. So don't miss it, because it's only until this Sunday. Okay, I myself, I have 2 Thermomix and I have 6 mixing bowls. Okay, I don't collect Le Creuset, I collect Thermomix mixing bowl. All right, and then when you purchase a Thermomix from us, you will get a lot of things. You will get all the accessories that Olivia mentioned just now. You also get a basic cookbook. This is a fantastic cookbook that has a lot of tips on how to bake a perfect cake and bread, how to do manual cooking, what's temperature for steaming vegetables and so forth. So a lot of tips in that fantastic cookbook. So you get that as well. And you'll get invited to VIP cooking classes. We have 3 to 4 cooking classes every week, which we will invite you to. And then free delivery, so you don't have to pay extra for delivery. Online recipe community, so you get cookie dough, as well as you get access to online recipe community. This is where users like you and I submit our own recipes, a lot of local recipes there, and users rate it as well. Okay, so that's free too. You get free unboxing service. If you're not comfortable with advisor coming to your house to conduct unboxing service, you could join our bi-weekly unboxing service session shows on Zoom, and you could ask all the questions you need there. And you, of course, get service of a personal advisor. She will attend to you 24/7, or you could be part of all our customer community groups, and all the other advisors could help you as well. Okay, and your machine comes with 2 years warranty. So if it needs to go in for servicing, we have a service center in Kota Damansara for Semenanjung. So everything will be taken care of. So don't worry. 2 of my Thermomix have been with me almost 2 years. It hasn't touched, it hasn't been to the service center. All right. So apart from that, if you love your Thermomix so much and you're passionate about sharing this joy with everyone, why don't you join us as well? Just by paying 268 ringgit, you get a lot of freebies, including this awesome apron that costs 120 ringgit, a cookbook that already costs 160 ringgit, thermomat, you know, our thermomat that can go into the oven. That costs 190 ringgit, and you get this flip chart, a folder, and all of this for just 268 ringgit. The total worth is actually 700 over. Okay, and you stand a chance to get your second Thermomix for free. That's how Olivia, myself, and a lot of us have our second Thermomix too. Okay, so ask your advisor how you could become a Thermomix advisor. And I know someone was asking about the trolley bag that I use to bring my Thermomix here. So if you top up and you pay 480 ringgit instead, you get to own this awesome trolley bag as well to bring your Thermomix everywhere. Okay, this has been with me since the beginning, so love it so much. Okay, so you have a choice between 268 or 480. 480 comes with the bag, so come and join us. So with that, I would like to cheers to you for a good weekend, and go around the table to show all the dishes that we have featured today. Cheers! Off to Olivia. If anyone wants to pass to Olivia. I'll drink first.
Hey, hi everyone. Hey, Elina, looking good and a fantastic staycation. So while I enjoy my olio pasta, okay, so this is spicy with chili flakes for me, and kids are prepared with no chili flakes, all right? Okay, so please try this recipe. It's very easy as you saw how I did it, okay? Have a great weekend, and remember to place your orders because we have a fantastic offer, which is the referral till this Sunday only, all right? So, okay, see you. Let's pass to our next chef. Okay, Yus.
Hi, hello. Okay, I just finished bake my soft cookies. There you go, the smell so nice, and it's really soft and chewy. Your kid will love it. And this is my go-to cookies recipe. You can change it actually. You can put in the dark chocolate chip, or maybe some nuts inside to make it varieties, or maybe add in some a few tablespoons of cocoa powder. I did that as well. Maybe around three cocoa powders, 3 tablespoons, and you get 3 types of cookies actually in one recipe. That's how good is the homemade recipe is, and you will not go wrong with it. So I hope you enjoy my show, and don't forget to follow me on my IG, which is Usvoke Cooks. Usvoke Cooks, yeah. Okay, see you guys.
Okay, Sheryl, you're on.
Okay, so this is the outcome. Isn't it lovely? You can make ahead of time and chill it. So just have impromptu guests coming, right? You just put it into the pie tart and that's it. Or you can even store it in the sterilized jar like this. Wait for it to cool down completely before storing it. All right, that's from me. Have a lovely Passion Saturday.
Bye.
Okay, thank you everyone. Goodbye.